Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Cory Schlesinger. I'm the sports performance coach at Stanford University, and today I'm going to talk to you about the kettlebell swing. Now, to me, the kettlebell swing is probably one of the best exercises to do with any athlete because there is a velocity component. Velocity is so important, especially when we're looking at transfer to sports. It's not necessarily just about grinding out heavy weights. It's about being able to manipulate weights so that we can have a velocity component that will allow them to get faster. And what I really like about it is it's really developing the aspects my athletes don't have, which is an ass. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up in the kettlebell swing, just a typical one. When we grab the kettlebell, we're obviously going to hinge down, and we're going to grab it with two hands over the top. Now, when we grab this kettlebell, we're going to hinge. Go ahead and pick it up. Very nice. Okay, now this is the area we want to keep the kettlebell. The last thing I want is this kettlebell to travel down south, because the further it gets away from the center of mass, the more strain it's going to put on the lower back. So to be honest with you, we're trying to keep this thing attached to the body as much as possible. So if we have a side angle here, when he's doing a kettlebell swing, it should look like he's kind of crapping it out. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to develop some rhythm here. Let's go ahead and see what you got already, and then we'll go from there. It's pretty solid. Good. As you can see here, there's not much knee bend. He's working around the knee and through the hip, not the other way around. So once again, he's getting over this. He's keeping his upper back nice and tight, and then just fluidity. It's almost like a dance with iron, okay? And he's loading up these glutes, and once again, you can train it cyclically. We can do this for strength, we can do it for power, or we can do it for conditioning. Go ahead and relax. Excellent. Now also with the kettlebell swing, a lot of people see a bunch of different variations. Like in CrossFit, you see it go all the way over the head. In general pop, sometimes you see it just get extended away from the body. Once again, we're trying to create this cyclical movement pattern that is working with the body, not against the body. So the more we can keep this within our center of mass, the better it's going to be. So for instance, we set it back up in the kettlebell swing for me real quick. Let's just go ahead and rep out some weights, or some reps, excuse me. Good. So as you notice, he has this slight arm bend. What's really good about this is now when he comes up, he's slamming it right back down and stopping that resistance with his lats. So now it's almost like your lats are breaking the system, and then you're re-accelerating it down between the legs. So now we'll have more of an elastic response. So now he's pulling that thing down with his lats, and he's shooting it back out with his glutes, which is really important because now we're turning on the right muscles and turning off the wrong muscles simultaneously. The more smooth that we can be, oh yeah, good job. The smoother we can be within this transition, the better it's going to be for the athlete. So there are a ton of mistakes with the kettlebell swing. One, rhythm, synchronization, organization of the body, okay? With the rhythm component, basically what you're really trying to do is let the weight work for you, you not force the weight. So it's like a pendulum and you're developing momentum. Your first swing, it can be powerful, but once again, you want to work with the weight and let the weight build over time. So if you're prescribing reps, you might want to prescribe 2 to 3 extra ones so that you can get the true effect, because we're trying to build this thing. Other mistakes that I see is the bell getting away from their center of mass. Once again, the further that bell gets towards the knees, the more strain it's going to have on your back. All right, and the last thing I want to do is when I'm trying to develop my glutes and hams is to have my back take all that stress. And then also arm action. Okay, with the arms, there's certain reasons to do certain things, right? You see the American kettlebell swing where it ends up above the head. The only thing that was just a bastardized version of an actual kettlebell swing, okay? This is a cyclical sport. Like, this is actually a conditioning sport. So you want to be able to replicate a lot of reps in a long period of time, but with heavy, heavy loads. So to do that, you got to do it in the most efficient and effective manner possible. So once again, we're training for efficiency here, which is exactly what you want, especially in running and sprinting. So by far though, the biggest mistake that what I see is the kettlebell swing go from a hinge pattern to a squat pattern. So as we can go ahead and pick up the kettlebell here, we're gonna start some really good swings. Once again, we're hinging this pattern, right? He's getting into his hip flexor, he's working around the weight, and his glutes and hams are shooting that thing out. Now what you typically see is people start squatting it. Now the knees are working forward, okay? He's not hinging it anymore, putting a lot of stress in his low back. What's really terrible about this is you got a weight that's working away from your body, but that's going to be even further away from the center of mass, which is now putting so much stress right here in his upper or lower back. Hey guys, Cory Schlesinger, once again, sports performance coach at Stanford University. You can find me on Instagram, /strength, SCHLES strength. I have a lot of examples of all the kettlebell exercises we do, especially with men's basketball. And today, this was the idea that we're trying to learn how to properly do the kettlebell swing so you can do it with your population.